Hey, Dan.
Hey.
I have kind of a crazy scenario to run by you to see who would be liable in a situation.
Okay. I like those.
Okay, so let's say that there was a farmer's market in Jeff City, and a local cheese company wanted to hold an event where they were going to roll 100-pound wheel of cheese down a ramp, and whoever caught it would win free cheese for a year.
Okay.
And in the course of the event, a 72-year-old man attempts to catch the cheese, but in the process breaks his leg. Who is liable for his broken leg?
So this is like an assumption of risk argument. Like this idea from this cheese company is a bad idea. 100-pound wheel of cheese.
This is pretty big.
Going down a ramp, and then it's just like there's people at the bottom seeing if they can catch it. The question would turn on, is this the cheese company's fault for having like such a dangerous idea? Or is the person who's attempting to catch it to get the prize, have they assumed the risk and therefore it's just the result of their choice? They knew what was going to happen and they still did it.
Okay, let's make it a little more complicated.
Yeah.
What if the marketing director was the one who built the ramp and she just didn't know what she was doing? She just watched YouTube videos and it actually was an unsafe ramp that was like not properly working. Would she be liable personally?
So since she works for the company, I mean, you could sue her personally. But most of the time you usually want to sue people's employers because companies usually have more money than persons. If she built the ramp like wrong too, like if it was going straight and then somehow the way that she built it, because she was just watching YouTube videos and this was her marketing idea. If it was going down normally and something went wrong with the ramp and it went off to the side and it like hit somebody over here, she could potentially have like personal liability because she built it, but you could potentially also just sue her employer. Whoever the victim was would probably sue both anyway.
What if a bystander sort of saw that the ramp was unsafe, but didn't say anything to anybody?
So then the question would be, how would anybody find out that she saw that the ramp was safe? So if she didn't say anything before the stunt, but then afterwards she like yells out like, I knew that ramp was unsafe, I saw it, then maybe the cheese company could bring her in if they got sued because of their crazy plan. Maybe they could try and bring her in and say, well, you noticed the defect and you failed to warn anyone. You could have also prevented this harm.
Okay. What if the cheese company who got permission from the farmer's market, the people in charge at the farmer's market, and they were like, oh, you don't need a permit for that. This is just like a fun cultural event. Could you also sue the farmer's market?
Potentially, yeah. If they had a process where they were supposed to review like stalls, stands, or little demonstrations and events, because there could be, public performers or something that might want to get tips at a gathering like a farmer's market. So if they had a process and they waived the whole thing because they thought it all sounded cute, then they might also have some liability too.
Okay, finally, what if somebody was there with a dog? The dog got really excited seeing this giant wheel of cheese, and the dog just took off, and the dog taking off is actually what made the old guy like fall and break his leg. Would the dog owner potentially be liable?
So that's a really tricky one because I mean, any dog case that I've ever done is just a dog bite. So like dog gets excited because it sees or smells a big piece of cheese and it bolts. Does the owner have potential liability for failing to control their dog? Truthfully, I don't know the answer to that one off the top of my head, but it's an interesting idea.
Yeah, these are fun. Thanks.
Yeah.